Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Kirby's Dream Land 3. We did it! We completed all of the Heart Star challenges in the game. We have all the Heart Stars within the game. And now we are going to face King Dedede. Well, there is something a little interesting about the tower in which we're going to face him in, because that looks like a dark matter eye right there on the side. And as soon as you fight King Dedede, he will have a few attacks. He'll try to hit you with the hammer. He'll try to leap on you with this weird little spinning jump attack. And he'll also try to suck you up, which I have yet to see him do. And I managed to get both of those stars right then and there. Huh. Well, apparently I never got to see that attack where he does try to inhale you, but he does have a second form, and now he's just floating for no reason, and what in the world is going on there? Well, you couldn't already tell, or if it isn't obvious to you, well, it's obvious there now. Dedede is under the influence of dark matter. He has two attacks. He has that mouth that chomps at you when it shows up. And he also has that eye that comes out of his belly and shoots out projectiles. You want to wait for the eye to pop out of his belly and then send the little dark circles that it shoots out at Dedede whenever you can. And you want to avoid damage by any means necessary. That should also be kind of obvious. And if he would stop doing that attack, that would be great. There we go. Well, it's a good thing I didn't spit that projectile out when he tried to hit me with that other one. Otherwise, that projectile would have hit the other projectile, and that would have led to, like, no damage at all, and I can't believe he saw me going up. I went up a little bit too early there. We'll use a slide to get under him, though. That is the thing I will do. And I managed to get one hit on him. That's something. And I'd probably get another one on him just like that. Get another one on him just like that, and he should be good. I expected that to do a half bar worth of damage, but apparently not. And if you beat Dedede with all the heart stars in this world collected, you will be able to free Dedede and this land from dark matter's influence. However, we still need to get rid of dark matter proper, because he's still going to be in the core of Popstar. He's not going to be destroyed that easily. Oh, and you also create a warp star that you manually have to move Kirby towards. So that's a thing. And from here on out, you can press down on any of the worlds in the overworld, and you can get to world or level 6. Before I do that, though, I'm going to get the pet brews in this area and heal Kirby, because my health will not be refilled between levels. It's never refilled between levels, if you haven't already figured it out yet. So because of that, I have to manually heal Kirby. And hopefully... Great, I'm going to have to go here another time then. I'm going to have to go in here more than once, but you know what that'll do. I'll have nearly full health, and in case I die, I'll have 37 other lives to work with. And Kirby, I need you to run. There are very few times in the game where moving slowly works to your advantage. I wish Kirby had a better sense of speed just from you holding left or right on the control pad and without having to double tap. I know that the dash was introduced in Kirby Superstar, but you could at least, Hal could have at least made him faster. Made his normal walking speed faster than what it is here. I mean, they did that in Kirby Superstar. I'm also not going to bring any abilities with me or any animal buddies with me because I'm not going to be able to utilize them in this final battle. So level 6 is just the final battle with Dark Matter. You create the Love Stick with the power of all the heart stars you collected throughout the game. And now you're going to face Dark Matter itself. Dark Matter has 3 forms. We're going to meet the first one. This thing. You definitely want to stay away from this thing. He has it has one of 3 attacks. That's one of them. He basically sends all those pieces of himself at you. That's another attack. You want to stay away from those beans and hopefully try to get behind them. And I think he has another one. By the way, with this attack, those pieces of himself do home in on you. And it's kind of hard to hit him when he's facing you and he's doing that beam attack. It's also hard to hit him when you're not facing him either. We can at least try to do that. And who no. Well, at least he shoots only 4 beams and he rarely shoots in the same place twice. Well, he can shoot downwards and upwards. And apparently I was able to take that to my advantage. And in case you do get in close to Dark Matter's first form or any of his forms, you can hit him up close with the Love Stick. You can still hit him with that. And wow, he literally leaves himself vulnerable during his the part where the pieces of him just shoot out. And for the second form, you want to go all the way to the left as soon as possible. So that way, you'll be in a prime position to not get hit horribly. And you also want to be ready to move up just in case. And of course, you want to be facing him at all times so you can hit him. Ow. He rarely did that attack in the practice run, thanks RNG. You want to avoid those tiny Dark Matter clones that he creates, and you also want to avoid those red projectiles too that come out of him. So avoid the projectiles, make sure he doesn't run into you. Ow. Stay all the way to the left. And watch out when he does that. You want to move in a circle to avoid all of those shots that he makes towards you when he's in the background. And if I could not get hit here again, that'd be great. Sometimes you may have to move forward and back in order to get away from all of those things. That's alright. And he's doing that thing. As long as you stay in motion when he does that, you should be good. And, wow. Kirby, can you face right? There we go. And now here's the third form. All that Dark Matter does, or 02, because that's the actual name of this form of Dark Matter, is just move constantly towards you. This is kind of like Space Harrier. You just move forward in a circle, hit him when you can. And in case the projectile doesn't hit him, you can still hit him with the Love Stick. I made that look a lot easier than it actually was. And here's your ending. With the power of the Love Stick, Dark Matter is shrunken down. And he's basically obliterated. At least for now, I'm pretty sure he'll return in some form. But we did it. We beat Dark Matter. We found all the heart stars in order to beat Dark Matter. And we have completed the main game of Kirby's Dream Land 3. How did the main game stack up? Well, I like the game. It's not horrible. There are some nitpicks with the gameplay that I have. I wish you didn't have to dash all the time to have any semblance of speed. Also, some things were fixed when they were never broken to begin with, such as how to get on and off animal buddies. It was handled perfectly in Kirby's Dream Land 2. And while that nitpick isn't as bad as having to run to have any semblance of speed in the game, it can be a bit of a bother for some. I do like the graphics though. You can definitely tell what everything is. They went for a Super Mario World 2-ish look of sorts with this game. I can't really fault the game for that. I do love the music, at least that didn't dip in quality. Though, not as much stuff from the music in this game is remembered. I do like the fact that all the animal buddies are back from the second game, and you get new ones from the third game. I do like them as well. Especially Nago. He's just a cat blob. Look at him. And I guess it's a good way to spend a couple weeks playing Super Nintendo. It's not the best, but it is a good way anyway. And thankfully, it was brought to Virtual Console on the Wii and the Wii U, especially in Europe and Australia, where problems with the PAL conversion of the Super Nintendo version of the game kept the game from coming out on that system in those territories, in the PAL region. Is it worth picking up? Your mileage may vary, but it's not a bad game. It doesn't quite measure up to the first two. I mean, Kirby's Dream Land was just the first ever Kirby game, and Kirby's Dream Land 2 came off the heels of Adventure, kinda. So therefore, it has more of Adventure's gameplay, and that's where the Dreamland trilogy really hit its apex. But 3, it feels a bit of a step down. Especially when the game followed the heels of Kirby Superstar and came out in 1997. When people had probably more than likely moved on to other systems such as PS1 and Saturn and N64 at that point. And we got to see some more art. We saw art of the bosses, we saw art of the animal buddies, we saw art of Kirby, the guys running the mini games, the people we helped in the last stage of every world along the way. And after that, we see Popstar itself once again at peace. And that is the end of the main game of Kirby's Dream Land 3. We automatically go back to the title screen. We don't have to worry about pressing any buttons. I can just go ahead and skip the title screen sequence, and we're at 97%. Even though we did everything we could in the main game. But when we go to options, we have these things. We have an M and a B. M is the minigame rush. You have to go through all 5 worlds minigames in the sequence you played them, one after the other, and you have to beat them all. The other one is Boss Butch, which is the boss rush of this game. No animal buddies, no abilities, all the bosses, including Dark Matter itself, in one straight run, no way to refill health, no extra lives. Also, the proper name for the minigame mode is Minigame 5, because there are 5 minigames. If you beat the minigame 5, and you get the boss Butch mode completed, you'll get 1% for each mode. There is another thing to do after you complete these 2 things, but I will save those for another video, because I have the feeling I'll probably do better if I do this with post-commentary. So join me next time, where we go through Minigame 5 and Boss Butch, and see what else is in store for us when we complete those 2 things. Though I've probably already mentioned it in the videos. I do remember that now. So it shouldn't be so much of a shock as to what it is. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care. Stay safe. Thanks for watching!